because away we go. Shout out to Renee, thanks for tuning in. Monday morning shout out to you. See if you can leave a star. There's a new thing up the top that says stars available, so I don't know what it means. Oh, glorious sunny day here in Marlborough today. For once I'm going to be doing a cold open when it's not actually cold. It's almost considering wearing a t-shirt. Whew. How much time do we have, Adam Mensch?
10 seconds, Benny.
Copy that. Kia ora, my friends, how do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden for another cold open. For once, it's not a cold day, but here for the cold open of MML 111. Shout out to Brett, shout out to Mum, shout out to Renee, good turnout so far. Here on the 111th episode of Monday Morning Live, the longest running weekly gardening show in the history of social media. We've got an action-packed day today. We will do live gardening. As we go through the show, we'll give live Monday morning shout-outs. We'll take a look back at the week that was, take a look at the week ahead. We will play What's in the Bag. One of the greatest ever What's in the Bags today. We will debut a new segment called This Day in Music History. We will plant Corfi, one of Adam Mensch's Corfi seedlings. And we'll have Joke of the Week. All the things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. My voice cracked a little bit there. I am actually getting over my cold, which is good news. Not such good news for the ever-elusive on-air sneeze. I was hoping to sneeze on air. I'm told I'm quite a violent sneezer. Well, not violent, maybe explosive sneezer. So there's still hope for that elusive sneeze. Right, let's get to it. Let's crack into live gardening. Now, we've been doing live gardening as part of the grow-off. Now, we're growing Corfi, we're growing Alyssum, and we're growing Thyme. We grew them all from seeds. The Corfi seeds that we grew, well, I got them from my kids' school. And we planted our Corfi way back on the 14th of the 4th, so 14th of April, so just over 2 months ago. They were little seeds like this. And now we've been growing them in 3 different ways. We've been growing them in jiffy pallets, jiffy pots, and open trays. And as I've been planting them on for each of the 3 growers, I'm starting to get a little bit more space here on the table. Each of the growers will have one of these, and it'll have one of each seedling all grown in a different way. We're going to move on to, so the first phase was the sowing phase, propagation, and second phase was planting on, which we're continuing today. The third phase is liquid feeding. Now we're going to start this next week. I'm going to be doing 3 different types of liquid feed. One of our growers will have just plain water. Well, I shouldn't say plain. Never underestimate the value of water. Shout out to Lee, thanks for tuning in. One of our growers will be using just water. I didn't say just water. One of the growers will be using a certain type of fertiliser, and another will use a different type of fertiliser, and we'll see which one works the best to determine a new World Gardening Federation champion. Let's plant on one of our Corfi seedlings. Now, this is Adam Mensch's. He grew them in these jiffy pallets. They start like this, see a little disc, bit bigger than an old 50-cent piece. Remember the old 50-cent pieces? When you soak them in water, they swell up, they puff up like this. And then you can plant the seed in. Now this one here, you can see it's started to produce roots at the bottom, so it means it's time to plant it on. We're going to do it into one of our 10 centimetre pots. The thing that I've found with the grow-off so far is that any of the seedlings that we grew in these jiffy pallets are definitely the easiest ones to plant on. Because all you do, grab yourself the Betty's 6100 series seedling extractor / seedling planter honor, and just make a little hole in the middle of our 10 centimetre pot. Now we've filled this pot most of the way with a high grade Dalton's potting mix. Now as we know, Dalton's don't sponsor Monday Morning Live. Yet. And we just make a little hole, and we just pop the seedling straight in. Give it the patented Benny's shake. And as we do whenever we plant something new, give it some water, because you can never underestimate the value of water. We do so using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer, available in the gift shop. Why not buy two? Couple of spritzers just to get that seedling going. There's our live gardening, part of the grow off. Let's have a look back at the week that was. Very eventful week. I was thinking about it as I was getting ready for the show today. Normally, you know, around Christmas, New Year, that's sort of the busy time, but for the middle of June, it seems like a really busy time. There's a lot going on. Last week, the kids had their cross-country at school, so that was Wednesday. On Thursday, we had Matariki celebration, so we go to the school, we walk up the top of the hill. Usually we would look at the sunrise and look at the Matariki stars. It was a little cloudy, a little bit of rain around, so we didn't get to see much, but it was a great experience walking to the top of the hill. Great experience. Obviously, Friday was a public holiday. Hopefully, everybody in New Zealand enjoyed a nice day off for Matariki. Today is Teachers Only Day, so the kids are here, just inside. So a lot going on. Saturday, we have made sort of like our family day. It's the only day we all get the day off together. So on Saturday, we started the day with what they call Ninja Kids. Corbin and Eliza, they go to this gymnasium and they do strength and balance based gymnastic activities. Ninja Kids. And Corbin actually got the Ninja Award for Best Ninja of the Day. Actually, that reminds me. What kind of shoes does a ninja wear? Sneakers. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There's your first joke of the week. What do you think of that one, Corbin? Not bad? You see what I did there? Yeah. So Ninja Kids, great time with Matariki, great time. We went to the library on Saturday as well. We've got a really good library here in Blenheim. I wanted to get a book out. I went up to the librarian and I said, "Do you have any books on paranoia?" She leaned in and said quietly, "They're right behind you." Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. 2 jokes of the week. Bang, bang. So, now, the week ahead. We're going to continue... Hang on. The week ahead. I'll edit this stuff out later on, don't worry. The week ahead, we're going to continue Strawberry Watch. Now, the strawberries that we're growing at Golden Mile Produce, shout out to my friends Stephen and Sally. They grow the strawberries, they propagate them in soil. We want to grow them hydroponically. So part of the process is we have to wash all the soil off, but before we can do that, they have to be clipped, so the any excess roots that we don't want, any excess leaves have to be trimmed off. In fact, if we bring down the Benetron 5000, I'll be able to show you that the plants, when they arrive, they look like this, and then when they're trimmed, they look like this. Very cool. Now, anybody who's watching on YouTube at the moment will have seen the Benetron 5000. If you're watching on Facebook, tune in to my YouTube channel, which is Monday morning live. Later on for lots of bells and whistles, including the Benetron 5000. Let's play What's in the Bag. Now, just want to do a long-winded intro to What's in the Bag today. I want to give a shout out to the Crusaders, who won yet another Super Rugby Championship. Now, the Crusaders are the greatest sports team anywhere in the world ever, when you look at their track record. They've won more championships proportionally than any other team in any other sport. The greatest team in the world. Before I get into What's in the Bag, I just want to go into a brand new segment called This Day in Music History. Now, this could also be under the category of Monday Morning Mind Blowers, because we are coming up to the 60th anniversary of the Beatles album Revolver. 60 years ago today, the Beatles had just finished recording Revolver. Now, it's amazing to think that after 60 years, the Beatles are, and probably will forever be, the greatest band in the world. Speaking of greatest in the world, that was a very long-winded intro to What's in the Bag. Today, I'm very privileged to try a New York-style cookie. Now, these cookies were baked by a group that had a stall at the community stall of the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday, raising money for the Starship Hospital. My good friend, my new friend Anna, and a few other helpers were there selling these cookies and others. Now, this is a New York style cookie. Why New York? It's the greatest city in the world. There's another reason. A New York style cookie, you might ask, what is it? Well, it's something that is crunchy on the outside and soft and gooey on the inside. So hard on the outside, soft on the inside. A little bit like myself. Let's try some now. Yum. Yum. Very nice New York style cookie. Thanks to my friend Anna. Fascinating TV, I know. Watching someone eat a cookie. Alright, how much time do we have? Well, we've only got a few minutes left. I want to finish off with a final thought. Now, I've talked about how the Crusaders are the greatest team in the world. I've talked about how the Beatles are the greatest band in the world. And my New York style cookie, because New York's the greatest city in the world. I'm fortunate enough to have the greatest group of friends and family in the world. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that reached out to me last week. Very interesting time at the Marlborough Farmers Market. I can't go into it, but a little bit of a chance for me to step up. I've run the market for the last couple of weeks, and you know, I often think a good leader steps up and leads when they want to, but a great leader steps up when they have to. Somebody had to step up, and it might as well be me. Thank you to each and every one of you, all the calls, the texts, the voicemails, the messages that I've got, and the kind words that you've all given me of encouragement when it comes to the Marlborough Farmers Market. Very privileged to know and be supported by such a great group of people. That's about all we've got time for this week. Have I done everything? I've done live gardening, look back to the week that was, we've done Strawberry Watch with the Benetron 5000, and I've given a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're lucky enough to be spending the day with your kids because it's Teachers Only Day, enjoy it. Have a great time. Drop a comment down below and let me know anything else that you want me to do on Monday Morning Live. I'm Benny Ward. You can see me anytime you want on my YouTube channel, which is also Monday Morning Live. You can see me every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market, every Monday morning here on Monday Morning Live, and I will see you next time in the garden. Because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live. Just want to make sure I'm giving shout outs to everybody. Jason, thank you for watching. Donna, thank you for watching. Shout out to you. If you're just tuning in now, go back and watch the episode repeatedly on Facebook and watch it again later today on my YouTube channel, Monday Morning Live. I will see you next time in the garden. Thanks, Donna. Have a great day, everyone.
And we're clear.
That's another fine show, Benny. See you at the after party. This is AM to SM. Come in, Seth.
Seth Mancher, go ahead, Dad.
I just have one question. When can we expect the championship back?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you yet.
Well, then I have one more question. Can you tell me why you changed your mind?
We were ordered to by a higher power.
Higher power, you say? Who is this higher power?
We know him only as the Unyielding.
The Unyielding?